If your business is growing but feels heavier every year, it's likely a structural problem, not a motivation problem. And most founders don't recognize it until they're already exhausted. I'm Nicollette Harris. I work with business owners who've built businesses but feel trapped by them. Here's what most people assume. If your business feels heavy, something must be wrong. You feel like you're doing too much, you're burned out, and you're not managing your time right. But in real businesses, heaviness usually shows up after things start working. More clients, more revenue, more responsibility. And without anyone deciding it, you become the load-bearing wall of your business. Not because you want control, and not because you don't trust people. It's just because you're so capable that everything ends up landing on you. You solve problems quickly, you step in when something is unclear. You become the default for everything in your business. So instead of making sure real systems are forming, you become the system in your business. It's almost always a structural problem, but most founders can't see it because they're too deep inside the business. When you're carrying everything, it just feels like a job. This is why pushing harder doesn't fix it. You don't feel heavy because you're lazy or uncommitted. You feel heavy because everything is routing through you. Every decision, every fix, every just this once, basically everything is on your shoulders. So the business starts to grow around that constraint rather than past it. And the more competent you are, the worse this gets, because the business starts to adapt to your ability and relies 100% on you. That's not a mindset issue, that's an architecture issue. Here's something I believe very strongly. A business should expand your choices, not remove them. When a business starts dictating where your attention goes, how much rest you're allowed, when it basically starts completely controlling your life, something is off. The problem isn't that you care too much. The problem is that the business has been built in a way that assumes you will always be there to lift it up. So the goal isn't to make sure you are more efficient within the business. The goal is to stop the business from being dependent on you at all. Fewer decisions that rely only on you, fewer processes that exist only in your head, and fewer situations where you are the safety net. That's the difference between a business that supports your life and a business that slowly consumes your life. If your business feels heavy, here is the most useful question that you can ask. What would break first if I stepped away for 2 weeks? Not hypothetically, literally. Whatever comes to mind immediately, that is the weight that you're carrying. If this resonates, this is exactly the kind of work I do privately with business owners like you. I help identify where a business has become over-reliant on the owner, and then I help to redesign it so that the owner, the CEO, can actually step back and benefit from their business rather than be consumed by it. The details on that are below. I'll be breaking down those patterns on this channel, the things that make businesses harder than they need to be. If this kind of clarity is useful to you, make sure to subscribe and like this video so that it can help us to reach other people. Thanks.